Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Halifax Armada franchise mode, episode 4. Today we'll be jumping into free agency, and we did a bit of pre-scouting, and there's this move I want to make here. We want to clear up some cap space to take a run at Nick Ehlers here. So I know in real life Nick Ehlers is a Carolina Hurricane, so it kind of sucks that in the game he is not, but this is kind of like a what if, right? Like that's the beauty of it. Like what if Halifax came into the league? Well, maybe they would have signed dealers, right? So everyone here is up for grabs, even though in real life they may be signed. All right, so UFA, I mean, like Lars Eller signed with Ottawa, but in this universe, if Halifax joined the league, it may have went differently, right? So you even got Yevgeny Kuznetsov here, who's available. And it's actually pretty good, but anyways, let me show you guys this trade here that I want to do. So I originally wanted to keep Kevin Ball, but with the draft pick of Ramo, he's a left defenseman. I don't want to play on the right side. I was originally thinking Kevin Ball on the left side of the third pair, Ramo on the right, but I want to play him in his natural position. And I want to clear up some cap space. And Kevin Ball's got a 5.35 contract for 6 years, which I was originally fine with because I believe we could grow him into a top 4. And I love the idea of having a 6'6 defenseman on the third pair, but the more I think about it, I want to clear up that cap room. I want to go for Nick Ehlers. And the trade that I found made it also a no-brainer to say goodbye to Kevin Ball and also Joshua Roy. So we're looking at the Winnipeg Jets here, who have Brad Lambert on the trade block. So as you know, our center core is looking pretty decent, but we don't have that elite guy. So Brad Lambert could be that elite guy moving forward for us. As you can see, I mean, Nelson's going to be playing the left, so you got Will Carlson, who's already grown to his max. Same with Shen. Pinto might grow, but he's not going to be that elite guy. So you want Brad Lambert to ideally step in as the top guy in 2-3 years as your first line center. Probably Pinto as your second line center at that point, if we can re-sign him here, and maybe even 2-3 years. Yeah, Carlson will still be here. Shannon may still be here. Yeah. So we really want Brad Lambert on the squad here. So Kevin Ball and Joshua Roy alone is not enough to get that done. So we're going to see what else Winnipeg wants here. Who was I thinking here? I was thinking Niels Hoglander and Fix Wolanski. So Fix Wolanski didn't accept the two-way deal that we gave to him, so I don't really want to give him a one-way deal, so we're going to throw him in this trade here. And we'll see if this goes through. Hoglander, there's not much room for him either on the squad. I mean, we could replace him with Nyquist, but I do like Nyquist. Or should we throw Nyquist in here? If we're going after Ehlers, I mean, that kind of eliminates the need for Nyquist, right? But if we don't sign Ehlers, we're going to want Nyquist. See, that's the problem. Do we trade Hoglander or Nyquist? I think you keep Nyquist just in case you don't sign Ehlers. And Hoglander goes, because we don't really have much room for him. Yeah, I don't mind it. Let's try that just like this. Fix Wolanski, Hoglander, Joshua Roy, Kevin Ball for our future first line center. Proposed trade. Trade rejected. You sent us multiple players to fill a single need. So we sent them 2 right wingers. They don't want Fix Wolanski then, so we'll throw someone else in. Maybe Soderblom. They want Soderblom, who also didn't accept the two-way deal that we wanted to give him. So maybe this will work. Too far off. I'm willing to throw a pick in, guys, for Brad Lambert. So try just a third, maybe. Sure, accepted. There you go. Brad Lambert, your future first line center, hopefully. We'll see how he develops, but I didn't even show you guys his stats or anything, but yeah, two-way forward, good offensive awareness. Fast skater, not the most physical guy, but as you guys know, we got some physical guys. So yeah, we need a Brad Lambert type down the middle. For sure. Good two-way forward. I like this move, guys. So now, we had 5.3 million in cap space. This move cleared up. Probably around 6 mil, 5 mil. Yeah, 5 mil. Which means we now have room to go after Nick Ehlers. So, forward-wise, we're looking at Cooley and Nelson as your first two left wingers here, right? Cooley, Nelson. Tanev's third line. Isimont, fourth line. So left wingers, you got all four. Center-wise, you're looking at Carlson, Shen, Pinto, and we don't have that fourth line center unless we go with Alex Turcotte, which I don't love as a centerman. But I don't mind. I mean, 77 faceoffs is not that bad. I actually don't mind that, boys. He's a depth forward. I don't mind him as our fourth line center. Then you got Wilson, Bjorkstrand, Nyquist on the third line, and Brezen. So if you sign Ehlers, I think you play him on the right, on the first line. Then you have Bjorkstrand on the second or third, and Wilson on the second or third. With Wilson's a third liner, listed as a third liner. I wouldn't mind playing him on the third line. Make a checking line. Bjorkstrand plays second, Ehlers plays first, and then you trade Nyquist, right? So, or you keep him as depth until you need to trade him. Defensively, we're still fine. I mean, we're going to go with these three as our bottom pair and extra D. So, probably going to be Ramo and Barron, or Ramo and Zamula. One of Zamula and Barron will be our extra guy. Do we have anybody in the system? No. Maybe we sign a defenseman just in case that we get 2 injuries back there. And we should probably sign a third goalie as well now. So we're going to take a run at Ehlers, maybe a depth defenseman. And yeah. Do we have depth forwards? Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So a depth guy is nobody. Fix Wolanski, I guess. So maybe a couple depth forwards, actually. So let's see what we can do. Well, if we add Ehlers, that's another forward. He's interested in our franchise, which is why I want to do this as well. So, USA. I wouldn't mind going after Victor Olofsson, Joe Verlaine. I mean, Joe Verlaine 1.1. He's 24 years old. Actually, don't mind that at all. I like that. Defensive depth. What are we looking at? I just want someone cheap, you know. Cheap and good. Jaden Struble. 22 years old, depth defenseman. 1.15. Not the greatest defensively. Decent hitter. Let's see if there's anything better here. For the same price, I mean, not really. Giordano. But Ryan Murray. Looking for a good defensive category here. Gustav Lindstrom. 2 years, 1.25. What about like someone that's two-way? Probably not, but yeah. I think we're gonna go with Gustav Lidstrom. Just in case he needs to step in and play. We'll have somebody. 2 years, 1.25. We'll give you a 1-year deal here. Actually, no, we're gonna give you 2 years. If we need to move, you will. Depth defenseman. At 1.2. 2 years at 1.2 for you, Gustav. And let's sign a third goalie before we forget. Actually, let's take a run at Ehlers here first. We're gonna jump into the negotiation for Nick Ehlers here. We're gonna try and charm him up here, rizz him up. That's great to hear. Yep, we successfully rizzed him up. So let me share. I mean, he's already full on the organization. So let's discuss the contract here. We're willing to give you 7. So it takes you up to 35. Yep. I would like to negotiate, but first I'm going to improve the offer and then negotiate. We're going to give him a clause. I think you give him a no move clause for the first, you defer it. Because we're not going to want to move Ehlers. He's going to be our top forward here, so in the early years. So we're going to defer it. Oh, it's actually, we're supposed to reduce it. Improve clauses. No move, but we're going to reduce it. Yeah. So first 4 years is going to have a no move. And then a 21 team no trade list. I feel like that's fair. We're also going to give you some playing time here. You're going to come in and play first line, first power play here, Ehlers. So you're literally jumping in as our best forward. Line 1, yep. Let's give you the power play as well. PP1, yep. And now we're going to negotiate here. So, to get you on. Yeah, you don't mind that, eh? So, yeah. Let's offer this 7.875 for 7 years. Nick Ehlers. Offer contract. We'll get back to this. Alright. So while we wait on that, let's sign our third goalie. Who will be our third goalie here? Georgia is the cheapest guy I see. I want someone good though. He might end up playing some real time for us here. Martin Jones, maybe Samsonov. I mean, he's pretty cheap. Play him in the A. Martin Jones. Who's got the best poise here? Dostal, obviously. That's what matters when you're pushing for the playoffs. Yaroslav Halak. Yeah. 85 poise. If ever we need him, he's our ace in the back pocket, man. If our goalies aren't performing, you got Yaro Halak down in the minors, all right? So forward-wise, if we sign Ehlers, then we have to. That's an interesting name for here. Both RFA, but I mean, where would you fit the fair here? Alright. Yeah, I don't think that works. Trading for him, but can't really fit him. Oh, I wanted Delano. Yeah. I'll give you a little raise. So, we'll give you like 1.5 for 1 year and come play for us. Yeah, and then we'll re-sign you if you have a good season. And I also want one more here, one more depth guy on the offense. Carcone. Sort by defensive abilities here. You want a depth guy to be pretty good defensively when he steps in, so defensive and physical is what I'm really looking at. Christian Fisher, we almost picked him in the expansion draft. I do like his game. It's pretty cheap. Be a good depth guy for us. Lewis is even cheaper. He's 37. Fisher's better. I mean, I don't mind spending a bit more just to have a better depth guy here. We're going to pick up Christian Fisher, who retired in real life at 27. In this game, he's coming for a year in Halifax. Or 2, maybe. Well, alright, so that's all we wanted to do here. We're going to see if Nick Ehlers decides to join the Armada. Is there anything else we needed to do? I don't believe so. There's some extensions I would like to give out. Thomas Harley. Let's just see. What if we kill a few more years? 6 5 years, boys. I think you give him the 8-year deal right now. He's 22, boys. I don't mind that. Come on. I mean, you give him a no move. Or like a modified no trade clause. It doesn't kick in for 4 years. At that point, we'll know if we want to trade him or not, right? So, 75% protection. I think you give him 8 times 8, man. He's that kind of player. What if you give him a no move? What if you give him 7 years, actually, at around, or like 6 years? Then you should have 2 years on that no move, which is doable. And you give him 7 mil, or 6.9, or 6.8. I like to cap it off at that line. I like to take 1 square off the contract, and they usually accept that, so I'm just gonna keep it going down here. Alright. So 6.1, no, 6.2. Yeah, let's try that. He's only got 2 claws this way, and 6.2 for Thomas Harley. I mean, I'm taking that every day. Just not gonna rush into it. All right, that makes sense. Bjorkstrand will wait on you. Pinto is one I wanted to sign right away. He's asking for people here. This is the guy we want to keep. So I mean, do the same thing with him. Maybe sign him to an 8-year deal here. Or we don't have to give him that much training. You give him a no move clause for the last 2 years, and you can get Pinto for what? Or you give him a no move clause for 1 year, you get Pinto at 4 years for 2.6, 2.7, easily. Right? You get him at 2.625. Or you give him 2 years. I think you have to jack the price up a bit though. 3 mil. Yeah, we'll just go with a 4-year deal for Shane Pinto at 2.625. Samala Baron will wait. And yeah. Alright. Let's see if these guys want to re-sign here. And if Ehlers will sign with us. Come on, Ehlers. Come on. Totally, you know. Alright, we'll find another depth guy. Ehlers, let's go. So Nikolai Ehlers, welcome to the Armada. 8 years at 7.85. You're instantly our best forward, and you instantly raise our chances of making the playoffs. I mean, huge signing. He's going to be our first line guy, first power play. I mean, we're going to lean heavily on Nikolai Ehlers up front, so that's huge, boys. That is huge. Let's see how much cap space this leaves us with here. About 3 mil. Yep, 2.7 mil. I mean, I don't mind just staying with that. I do want to sign one more depth forward. Let's look at it. Let's take a look at our depth chart here. Now that we signed Ehlers. So, Carlson, Shen, Pinto, first three signings. Nelson, first left winger. Then you wanted Ehlers on the right. Yeah, so Cooley and Nelson. Tanev third line, Isom on fourth line, Turcotte fourth line center. You need a depth center, man, for the fourth line. If Turcotte goes down, we got no one. So right wingers, you got Wilson, Bjorkstrand, or you got Ehlers on the first, Bjorkstrand second, Wilson third, Brazo fourth. You got Fisher too. I think you trade Nyquist. Yeah, I think Nyquist is gonna go, and then you sign someone for that fourth line center role, maybe someone like Lars Eller, Christian Borak. Yeah, but I do like the idea of letting Turcotte grow into that role. So maybe the Borak is a scratch. Yeah, I don't mind that. Let me just double check his stats here, but I believe he's pretty good. Yeah, 83 faceoffs, 86 stick checking. Defensive awareness isn't the best, but I mean, for a fourth liner, it's pretty decent and decent physical, good skater. Yeah, just an all-around fourth liner is what I want, and that's what Christian Dvorak is. Yeah, we'll give you that. All right, and we're gonna trade away. Well, we'll keep Nyquist. We'll take a look at our lineup, anyways. But that'll be all our moves for the offseason, boys. So far. Let's see if Harley and Pinto resign, and then we'll pretty much sim for the next season here. Thomas Harley re-signed for 6 years, boys. 6 years at under 7 mil. Steal. Steal for Thomas Harley. Shane Pinto, 4 years. Hell yeah, boys. And trade block, yeah. Let's get rid of everything. I want this off season to just fly by when we sim, so just put off on everything here. That should be good enough. Yeah, that should do it. Fix Wolanski has been tendered an offer sheet of 0.955 for 1 year. We'll match that, boys. There's no compensation for that. We might as well match it. Welcome back, Fix Wolanski. You're going to be playing the minors, but hey, rip it up and we'll call you up, man. That's why we picked you. You never know. So I'm interested to see how our guys fit here. So you got Ehlers. No, yeah, that's not how we want to line it up, but I'm just going to line them up as if I wasn't looking at the chemistry here. This is how I would line them up. And I would scratch Fisher, Turcotte, and I would scratch Nyquist, and put Brazo. So, Brazo. It's more of a third liner. Turcotte, Isamont fits on that fourth line, which I like. Tom Wilson, he's more of a second liner. Pinto fits well on that third. And if it's on the third, Bjorkstrand's a second liner, right? So that works. Schen's more of a third liner than a second liner. Nelson, more of a first liner. Ehlers doesn't really fit on that first line. Carlson does. Right, if we switch Cooley and Nelson, you get that +2 on the first. Anything else we can do? Shen, what if you throw Ooh, I don't mind that. I think we're going to go with Pinto on that second line. It's listed as a third line scorer, but we got to go home. I mean, it won't hurt to do so. Slavin and Ekblad. Yep, that is a great pair. Let's see how they fit. Not great. Harley fits in well in the second pair, so does Pesci. That's nice. Samula and Barron. What about Ramo? Ramo is in the minors, apparently. Alright, well, this is the team. Got Brad Lambert down there, Dvorak, Fix-Wolanski. Who's this Oshie guy, man? TJ, oh, it's TJ. What the heck? He's 40 overall, man. 40 defensive awareness. I guess this guy that made the roster just lowered his defensive awareness and his offensive awareness and stick checking balance. Alright, anyways. I don't know how he ended up on our team. But yeah, you can rip up the fourth line in the A with Jesper Fast and Matt Martin, Pat Maroon. What the hell is this team, man? Alright. We got Ramo down here. We want to play him. He's got what? Pinch shoot. And what's our coach like here? He is pinch balanced on the first pair. He is balanced on the second. And I don't like how he fits on that third pair. But it's gonna have to be done, and we can talk to him once the season starts. Try to mold him for that third pair. I'm sure he would accept. Hopefully. It's looking like these will be the rosters for our team here. We're going to call this episode here, and we're going to start simming into the... We're going to start simming in the next video, in episode 5. So let me know what you guys would do with this roster. I'm open to anything. Let me know what you guys would do with Gus and Nyquist. Should we write them out as a scratch, or should we move them? What would you guys do with Essa Ramo? Yeah, any suggestions are welcome, boys. This is the roster, so yeah, open to anything. Let me know. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.